Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to war video number 7 for the season, week number 3. This first war is against Vietnam squad VN77. We do cross paths a lot. So today I was given path number 8 on to a few of those mini bosses as well. Total of 7 fights, really fun ones, so let's get into it. So my team is Kushala and Odin for the pre-fights, and for Doom I am going to bring in a Photon. Now the first one is going to be a tile 8 snowballing fury and no hit mercy buff, and the defender here is a RedSkull. Now with RedSkull it's not a difficult fight with Kushala. We just had to be careful about after SP1 not to attack, and then just build up with parry and heavy, build up your blessings, and once you get to an SP2 throw that out, and that soul bob will do all the damage in the world. Look at that, with one soul bob he went down to 19% health only. So just waiting out the auto block, and now going to go back in, throw an SP1 or throw an SP2 again, and that soul bar would be enough to take him out. And there you have it, clean and simple fight. Moving on to the next node, we have Aarkus. Now I already used all the Odin pre-fights, might as well. So Aarkus is going to be here, and with personal fury, underhanded comment and snowballing fury, we have to work with him to take him out. Again, not really a difficult fight, just parry and heavy. Now because of the blessings, the parry ability accuracy is also increased, so I don't have to worry about the tenacity from Vision Aarkus. I can just go in and simply parry and throw my heavy attacks, and once I have enough with an SP2, that soul bob will really eat at him. Another SP1 can be also used here to nullify and some more damage, but that was more than enough. And I healed back up with all those debuffs, so that helped me out. Now moving on, we are on switching to path 9, tile number 27 against a Doom, and the nodes here are hazard ship, shock and bleed, power focus 2. So I have to only hit during the shock phase, during the bleed phase, because Photon is only bleed immune, she's not shock immune, so I had to play like really slow. This fight took a bit of time, but then it was the whole idea was to play really slow, keep him to an SP1 or even an SP2 is fine, because the parry can give me miss. So I had to play like really slow into it. In the beginning the fight was going like really slow. I was like, if I can finish in time, but then I was like, you know what, just stick to the plan and just slowly build up and you should be good. So lots of SP1 triggers and waiting for the bleed phase to come out, heavy attack, and I'm gonna go back in and retaliate. And yeah, slowly and surely I bring him down. I do take a bit of damage here somewhere. I think I got hit by a heavy attack with a shock on me, so that was a good slap. Other than that, it was a pretty fun and safe fight. Just waiting out the shock phase, hitting into the block, making sure that I don't get clipped, and just here with an SP2 some good damage, and I push him to an SP2. It's a bit easier to evade the SP2 for Doom, so yeah, by this time there is enough practice on him. So yeah, slow and steady I took him out. So I'll leave you for the rest of the fight, and I'll see you on the next one. And next up is going to be path 9, tile number 36, hazard shift, shock and bleed. So I don't need to worry about shock and bleed because I am using Kushala and I have Odin pre-fight, and there's also one eye open. Now I started the fight really well and I did everything right, and I was blocking, not using a parry. But then at the end of the fight, you know, when I was almost, the fight was finished, I thought, you know what, I can parry. But then I forget that Kushala has damage over time, and that damage over time, if I stun with one eye open, it will be returned to me. So that was annoying to deal with. Now I'm constantly trying to get more of those prowesses so I don't activate the node. Here, boom, I just pushed him to an SP3. I'm like, what the heck did I do? But I remember there's Vibranian armor, and yeah, I got hit 8 and SP3. But Kushala is a rank 2, she has a lot of health, so I was okay. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw SP2s from now and slowly take him out, because that is still working for me. More soul barb is melting him away. The only thing I was worried about right here was the prowess, so I started hitting again in the block so I can get some prowesses going. Here the indestructible came into play, so I had to parry him. I parried once, but then I realized, oops, I'm taking damage with one eye open because of soul barb, so I had to stop doing that. So yeah, get back in. There was enough prowesses to take him out, so yeah, made it out alive from the fight, did not give up a kill. Alright, moving onwards, we had on node, one of the first mini bosses was node 45 with Sersi. Now this was a really fun fight. You really had to control the buffs and everything, hit her, and then her glancing also comes into play. So there's Conflictor here, there's also hazard shift, shock and bleed, and crumbling armor. Now the crumbling armor was really helpful to keep me up and not lose much of health. So for the Conflictor, the idea was to get more prowesses on myself so I don't give her more power whenever I parry after the change on the node. So just trying to get the SP2 out of her, and boom, just there. Now the whole idea is that I want to try and get that soul barb on her, and also try to have those furies with me so they can help too. Just here, and I was able to get an SP2, but because there's glancing, that did not stick. So I'm like, oh crap, I have to go back again. That's okay. Hitting in the block, getting those prowesses, they are helping. Now again, an SP2 is ready. The amount of power gain she has in this fight and the damage she can dish out is just plain crazy. So had to play really slow. But I was sure that with Kushala I can do it, and with the constant heals, even if I eat an SP3, I should be okay. So again, tried for an SP2 without the glancing, with an SP1 without the glancing, and managed to get one incinerate up. Now there are 3 indestructible charges, 4, 5, and I'm like, you know what, this fight is kind of getting out of control. So at this point I was like, okay, let's just focus on hitting in the block and trying to get those indestructibles off, because if I don't get them, this is going to be trouble. So this is where I just started focusing on just hitting in the block, maybe block a few of those specials. I should have done that more, because I just realized halfway with the fight, because there is so much going on, I just realized, like, you know what, is only the first projectile that is unblockable. I can block the other, and that can help me control all of those extra indestructibles and more furies. So again, just got here, SP2, gonna wait it out. No, okay. I think this is where I got hit by, oh yeah, this is where I pushed her to an SP3 and really took a lot of damage on myself. But at this point, the fight is quite prolonged, but I did get a little hold of it now. So I was like, you know what, as soon as I get out of SP3, I am able to take her out now. There we go. Glancing is up again. Glancing is really annoying. You really have to play slow. Good part is the shock and bleed. The shock is healing me, along with the armor break. Crumbling armor is also healing me, so I didn't need to like worry much about the lost health. I was getting healed back up. So yeah, again, just here, hitting in the block, gaining some prowesses, and there we go again into an SP1. One thing I've realized with my gameplay, I throw a lot of SP1s in hopes that I will get some Mystic Dispersion back. But then after today's war, I reread the kit from Kushala, and I realized Mystic Dispersion doesn't work. So all the time I've been trying to get the SP1 nullify for all of those Mystic Dispersion was just wrong. I had to read the kit. So from the next one onwards, it will be more of SP2 into SP1, so more SP2s with the Soul Bob coming up, so it's much easier. This fight won't be this longer. So well, you learn every time. Still a new champion for me, but glad that all worked out in the end and I was able to take down Sersi quite easily. Now while I was doing the fight, there was a message on our line group that I also have to take this annoying Adam Warlock on node 46. That wasn't my initial the fight assigned to me, but I was told I have to take it. So aspect of evolution, enhance SP2, special 2 bias, and enhance power gain on tile 46. Now I started off really well, the damage going in good, using my parry and heavy, building up my blessings, and I thought I will drop an SP2 here after I bait the SP2 out, and that Soul Bob will do quite a bit of damage. So right here, a good SP2 with the prowesses up, and the Soul Bob just starts eating him away. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? I've got the fight under control. Again, throws another SP2. I can't really do much about it because he is having power gain, so he's going to throw back-to-back SP2s. Here we go again, another SP2, SP1, and that gives him all the incinerate damage with the Soul Bob. Look at him go low. Now here I'm trying to get SP3 out. I barely got it out. That was so close. Now I got down to 13%, and after that I just got stuck. I should have blocked more of those special attacks. I think that would have helped. Now I just the node just got out of control. Again, my bad gameplay. I should have realized that I need to get more of those prowesses because the indestructibles keep getting stacked, and the SP2 was annoying to deal with. And yeah, I died in the end. I lost also an SP2, and I got an unblockable basic attack hit me on the block, and that really did me. But before that, the fight was going really well. I'm really bummed out because I really wanted to have a good war without giving any death. But yeah, made a mistake here and died. And you were here. SP2, SP2. Again, I think this is where I die. I gave a lot of indestructibles with the SP1, and now I think I get wrecked with a single hit combo with unblockable somewhere here. Waiting on the SP2. And here I think I just messed up. I was waiting on him on the second attack, and that went unblockable. I thought he was gonna do medium, and then I could retaliate, but I died. Really bummed out about it, but okay, what to do. Came back in and took out the rest of the 11%. Again, I need to train myself to always get the prowesses first before I get the fight starting, but hey, it's a good learning season, really enjoying it. So there's that, and there's the SP1, still enough prowesses, and there he goes. So Adam Warlock down, moving on to Serpent. Now this was a fight I did last time and I gave up a kill, but I remembered, you know what, I can actually do it better. So this was final fight, tile 48, combat deja vu, prowess puncture, and conflictor. Now for the conflictor, again, the idea here was to get more prowesses, and once there is enough prowesses, you don't have to worry about the conflictor. So trying to hit in the block and throw an SP2 just there. The Soul Bob with all of those armors will do quite a bit of work. Now, the one thing that I learned from last time is I have to block at least the first hit of the special attack, and for that parry will activate a blessing, and that will give me some of the region of the damage I will take. So that really helps out here with the Soul Bob, with an SP1, with all of those incinerates. He was ticking down really well, and I had a much better grasp on this fight from last time when I did it. I just keep pushing him to an SP3 all the time. Here the whole idea was to build up to 6 or 7 prowesses, and then even if he throws SP1s or SP2s, that's fine. I can do some evades because the indestructible will not come. So just here, he almost died down, and then his indestructibility kicked in. And there is my striker, knocked down again. So I was waiting for an SP1 here. And there goes my SP1. And yeah, pretty fun fight. Was a really fun war for me. I really enjoyed playing with Kushala. So if she's not banned, I would love to go back in again and play more with Kushala. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a very YOLO and on the fly commentary, but I hope it makes sense, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.